The roar of Ibrox never fades, and neither does the passion that runs through every fan wearing royal blue. Hello again, Rangers family. Welcome back to Rangers Update, your home for everything that matters in the world of our beloved club. We've got a lot to unpack today, from fiery reactions in the media to the latest on-field frustrations that have once again left the Rangers' support shaking their heads. If you've been following Scottish football this weekend, you already know the temperature's been rising. Controversy, emotion, and plenty of drama. All the ingredients of another unforgettable week in the Rangers story. So, settle in, grab your brew, and let's talk about what's got everyone buzzing. The noise began after the League Cup semi-final that had everything: goals, tension, decisions that baffled just about everyone watching, and that all-too-familiar feeling of what might have been. Rangers fought with heart but came up short, leaving supporters with mixed emotions. Pride in the fight back, but frustration over officiating that once again left more questions than answers. And at the center of that debate, as always, was one man who never holds back when it comes to defending his club, the legendary Ollie McCoist. The former Ibrox hero went off on an impassioned rant that quickly became the talk of the Scottish game. And let's be honest, plenty of fans were nodding along in agreement. McCoist's words weren't just emotion. They were conviction born from decades of living and breathing Rangers football. He didn't mince words when he said refereeing standards have fallen way below what the game deserves. After another round of controversial calls, his patience snapped. The particular moment that pushed him over the edge was that shocking decision not to send off Celtic's Austin Trusty after a dangerous challenge on Rangers keeper Jack Butland. The incident was clear for everyone to see. Butland went bravely to collect a loose ball, got there first, and ended up getting a boot to the head for his trouble. Yet somehow, there was no red card. McCoist called it one of the worst decisions he's seen in years, and you could feel the fury in his voice when he said it. For many Rangers supporters, it summed up exactly what they've been feeling for a long time, that the balance of officiating in Scotland just doesn't seem right. The match itself was wild from start to finish. Celtic came out firing. Rangers were sluggish early on, and then came the sending off that flipped the entire game on its head. McCoist admitted that the red card for Rangers was probably the correct decision. He didn't try to sugarcoat it. But that's exactly what makes his criticism of the other decisions so credible. He's fair when he needs to be, and that's why fans listen when he talks. When he said the game improved massively after the red card, he was spot on. Rangers fought back, showed heart, and created enough chances to make it interesting again. But in the end, the calls that went against them left a bitter taste. And that's really the issue here: consistency. Every fan, whether blue or green, just wants to see the game officiated fairly. VAR was supposed to help eliminate the howlers, but instead, it feels like we've just added another layer of confusion. The Trusty incident was a perfect example. You've got slow-motion replays, multiple angles, and still, somehow, they reached the wrong conclusion. It's no wonder people like McCoist are losing patience. Rangers fans are tired of being told to just get on with it when decisions like that can change entire matches. It's not just about one moment. It's about the pattern, the feeling that the margins never seem to fall our way when it matters most. As the debate rages on, it's not just McCoist's comments that have drawn attention. Across social media, fans have been relentless in their criticism of how that semi-final was handled. From the referee's lack of control to VAR's questionable silence, it sparked another wave of frustration among supporters who just want to see fairness restored to Scottish football. The Old Firm clashes are supposed to be about passion, rivalry, and skill, not refereeing headlines. Yet, here we are again, talking more about decisions than about goals. It's exhausting, and you can sense that the frustration is boiling over. Every fan knows the feeling of walking away from a match thinking, how did they get that wrong? This weekend felt like another chapter in that long, maddening story. But while officiating has taken center stage, there's also the matter of performance. Rangers were second best for long spells in that first half, no question about it. Celtic looked sharper, more aggressive, and more confident in possession. The sending off forced a reaction, and to their credit, the boys in blue responded with fight and belief. The crowd could feel it, the energy shifted, and for a moment, it looked like something special might be brewing. A late penalty gave hope, but it wasn't enough to turn the tide. The disappointment stings, but there were positives to take. especially in the way the team battled when it could have easily folded. That resilience is something to build on. Still, what's got everyone talking even more than refereeing or red cards is that shocking miss from Youssef Chermatai. The kind of miss that leaves you speechless. It's one thing to fluff a half chance under pressure, but when you're standing unmarked inside the box, 6 yards out, and the goal's gaping, it's just got to end up in the back of the net. Instead, he fired wide, and you could almost feel the collective groan echoing from every Rangers supporter watching. Moments later, Celtic went down the other end and scored. Football can be cruel like that. One missed chance at one end, and you're punished at the other. For Chermatai, it was a nightmare moment that will haunt him for a while, especially given the weight of expectation on his shoulders. Signed for a hefty fee from Everton, the Portuguese striker arrived with plenty of hype, seen as one of the marquee additions meant to bolster the attack. But things haven't quite clicked yet. Just 1 goal in 10 matches. That's not the return anyone was hoping for. You can sense the frustration, both from the player and from the stands. Nobody doubts his potential, but at Rangers, potential isn't enough. You need end product. You need to deliver when it matters most, and right now, that composure in front of goal just isn't there. Fans can forgive effort. What they can't forgive are moments that cost the team big matches. And unfortunately, that miss might go down as one of those defining moments. To be fair, Chermatai isn't the only one struggling to find rhythm. Majovski, brought in to provide competition up top, hasn't exactly lit things up either. His record before joining was impressive, and his scoring stats against Celtic suggested he might have been the better option for that semifinal. But football is full of ifs and maybes, and hindsight always makes the picture clearer. Now, though, the pressure is on both strikers to step up. The fans have seen what happens when chances go begging, and patience, as we all know, doesn't last long at Ibrox. The thing is, Rangers aren't miles off. The building blocks are there, the structure, the fight, the moments of quality, but something's missing in the final third. The composure, the ruthlessness that turns tight games into wins. It's been a theme too often this season, and until that sharpness returns, we'll keep having these what-if conversations after every big game. As McCoy said, it's not about hammering individuals. It's about raising standards across the board, from players to officials to the system itself. Because this club, our club, deserves better. When the dust settled after that roller coaster of a semifinal, the emotions among the Rangers' support were still running high. There was pride for the fight the team showed, anger over the officiating, and disbelief at how quickly one missed chance could change everything. It's the kind of match that leaves you awake at night replaying every moment in your head, wondering what could have been if just one call or one finish had gone the other way. And for Rangers, that feeling has been far too familiar lately. Supporters know this team has heart, but heart alone doesn't win trophies. There needs to be precision, leadership, and a bit of luck. 3 things that seem to have deserted them at key moments this season. Ollie McCoist's words keep echoing because he's not just talking about a single game. He's talking about a pattern that's been building. Refereeing decisions, inconsistent performances, moments of brilliance followed by moments of chaos. It's all become part of the story. But as much as the frustration is understandable, there's also a sense that Rangers are close. You can see the structure taking shape. You can see the ideas the manager is trying to implement. What's missing is that killer instinct, the moment of calm when everything's on the line. That's what separates good teams from great ones, and McCoist knows it better than anyone. When he speaks about standards, he's speaking from experience, from the days when Rangers didn't just compete, they dominated. It's clear that something has to change up front. Youssef Chermatai's miss will be remembered for all the wrong reasons. But this is the kind of moment that can either break a player or make him stronger. He's still young, still adapting to the demands of Scottish football, and playing for Rangers is no small task. The pressure is constant, the spotlight is relentless, and every touch is analyzed. What he needs now is belief. Belief from the coaching staff, from his teammates, and from himself. The ability is there. What's missing is that spark of confidence that turns hesitation into instinct. The best strikers in Rangers history all had that ruthless streak, that hunger to put the ball in the net no matter what. If Chermatai can find that within himself, he can still turn things around. But of course, football moves fast. Fans don't wait forever, and in Glasgow, the demands are even higher. Majowski, who's been quietly waiting for his chance, might just be knocking on the door now. His record against Celtic speaks for itself, and if he gets the nod in upcoming matches, it could be his moment to grab the number 9 role and make it his own. What matters most is that Rangers find someone who can finish the chances this team creates, because the build-up play isn't the problem, it's the final touch. Games like the one at Hampton show how fine the margins are. One goal changes everything. One chance taken, and the conversation today could have been about heroics instead of heartbreak. While the forwards have taken much of the heat, the midfield deserves credit for the way they battled back after going down to 10 men. That response spoke volumes about the character within the squad. Players like Jack, Lundstram, and Cantwell dug in, showed leadership, and refused to let the game slip away completely. That kind of fight is what the fans expect. It's what defines this club. No matter how tough the circumstances, Rangers never quit. That resilience will be key heading into the next stretch of fixtures, because the team can't afford to let this setback linger. The league campaign is still alive, and every match now becomes a test of mentality as much as skill. The big question hovering over everything, though, remains officiating. McCoist's criticism wasn't just a rant, it was a rallying cry for accountability. Scottish football deserves better, and the fans deserve clarity. VAR was brought in to eliminate controversy, yet it feels like it's added even more. Week after week, decisions are made that leave everyone scratching their heads. One rule applies in one match, a different interpretation in the next. It's maddening, and it's no wonder trust in the system is fading. For a league that prides itself on passion and intensity, the officials need to match that with consistency and professionalism. Until that happens, debates like this will continue to dominate the headlines. There's also a sense that Rangers, as a club, need to channel the anger from this weekend in the right way. The focus now has to shift back to performance, to getting results, to finding rhythm again. The best response to injustice on the pitch is to win, to leave no doubt, to make the margins irrelevant. This squad has the talent to do that. With the right adjustments, the right mindset, and maybe a bit of composure in the final third, there's no reason why Rangers can't bounce back stronger. It's a long season, and there's still plenty to play for. Every setback is a lesson, every defeat an opportunity to respond. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. The rumor mill is in overdrive tonight as whispers from within the Scottish Premiership corridors hint at one of the most sensational moves in recent years. David De Gea, yes, the Spanish shot-stopper who's been a mainstay between the sticks at Manchester United, is reportedly on the verge of swapping Old Trafford for Ibrox, with Rangers allegedly sealing his signature. While nothing has been confirmed officially, sources close to the club are claiming that the 33-year-old goalkeeper has agreed to terms that would see him become the new last line of defense at the Govan Giants. Fans are already buzzing at the mere thought. De Gea, known for his lightning-quick reflexes and incredible shot-stopping ability, would represent a massive statement of intent from Rangers, who have been searching for a fortress between the posts. The Spaniard's arrival could very well signal a new era of ambition, aiming not just to dominate domestic rivals, but also to make waves in European competitions. Imagine Ibrox nights with De Gea diving left and right, denying strikers with the sort of acrobatics that earned him a reputation as one of the finest goalkeepers of his generation. Rumors suggest that negotiations have been swift, with the Rangers board reportedly convinced that the timing is perfect. De Gea, who has spent over a decade at Manchester United, may be seeking a fresh challenge, and the Scottish Premiership could offer him just that, an opportunity to reinvent himself in a league that is as competitive as it is passionate. Of course, skeptics point to the adjustment from the Premier League to Scottish football, but insiders argue that the Spaniard's experience at the highest level would make him a game-changer from day one. While the transfer window still has a few weeks to run, the buzz around Govan is palpable. Social media is ablaze with speculation, fan reactions ranging from ecstatic to incredulous. Some can already see the Spanish star commanding the Rangers' defense, organizing from the back, and turning Ibrox into a near-impenetrable fortress. Others, more cautious, wonder if this is all just smoke and mirrors, a rumor that will fizzle out like so many before it. But for now, the dream of David De Gea donning the navy and white seems tantalizingly close, and the Scottish football world waits with bated breath to see if this rumor will become reality. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.